tough economic times, there's a temptation to say to those of us who are hurting, we, government, will give you this, we'll give you that, we'll take care of it. And that is a very important responsibility. But to be responsible about it, I think you have to say how you're going to pay for those things. Hello, I'm Larry Cafero, House Republican Leader. This week our Governor Rell, issued a press release and also a letter to the legislative leaders calling our attention to something that most of us have known for quite some time, and she properly reminded us that we as a state are facing for fiscal year 09, the fiscal year we're currently in, approximately $154 million deficit. For many of us, we were all well aware of what was on the horizon. Bad economic times nationwide. We're surrounded by states, as the governor indicates, that are in deficit or facing tax increases, and that is something that we in Connecticut want to avoid. It's called upon all of our legislative leaders to be responsible as we approach election season and, of course, the new legislative session with regard to the proposals that we put forth and the amount of programs and spending that are required to fund those programs. The Democrats decided that they would not deal with that by getting out of session and calling us back into 3 special sessions trying to deal with this issue piecemeal. We felt that it was important back in April to deal with this issue and prepare for the future. It's our responsibility to curtail spending, and if we do propose any other spending programs, that we do so with dollar-for-dollar cuts that show the public how we are going to pay for those things without increasing the size or the cost of government. A classic example of responsible spending is the Connpace Plus program. Here's a program that will allow us to realign the way we give out prescription drugs to our seniors that can save seniors individually up to $47 million. That realignment might cost the state $3 to $5 million. The governor has properly said to us that we cannot afford that additional $3 or $5 million on top of what we're already spending. But that's where the responsibility, I think, of this legislature and state government comes in. When you have a benefit that could, especially in these economic times, be so welcome and so needed by so many people as seniors, it is our responsibility as government to make sure that program can take place. Recognizing the governor's warning of additional spending, it behooves us to find $3 to $5 million in an $18 billion budget that we could cut back so that would allow us to implement the Connpace Plus program without increasing the size of government. That is the kind of fiscal decisions we need to make, especially in these tough economic times, that has a direct, immediate benefit to our citizenry without increasing the cost of government.